Good morning, top of the morning to you, and the rest of the day as well. I'm James Francis Smith. I'm an author and an historian. And today's lesson from my book, Irish in the American Revolution, is about how 4 Irishmen saved Washington's army from annihilation. Again, you'll find this and many other stories that you probably didn't hear in your history classes. Every school child has been taught about George Washington crossing the Delaware on Christmas Day to defeat the Hessians at Trenton, New Jersey. Few know how Washington crossed the Delaware to get to safely on the Pennsylvania side in the first place. This is the opening scene from my book. It's Philadelphia, December 1776. Captain John Barry, an Irishman, was enjoying a brew with his shipmates when an exhausted, Irish-born Stephen Moylan, Washington's aide-de-camp, pushed his way through the tavern's crowd. Speaking only so Barry could hear, Lord Cornwallis with 6,500 troops has already left close to New Jersey, chasing Washington's army, and will soon trap him against the Delaware. What's worse, Jerseyites by the thousands are flocking to England's colors. If we don't get Washington and his weary men safely to Pennsylvania, the revolution is finished. You need to alert your friend Paddy Colvin to get him across. Rising to a 6'4" height, Barry waved to his shipmates to follow. This way, lads, we're off to Colvin's ferry, and McCarty's as well. Washington needs our help. Within minutes, while Moylan started back to Jersey, 3 buckboards packed with sailors, along with numerous mounted men, headed north through the city to Colvin's ferry site across from Trenton. Paddy Colvin, the grumpy ferryman, awoken from a sound sleep, looked in amazement as several dozen seamen poured onto his ferry dock. When he got Barry's attention, he heard, "About time you rose. We've work to do. Washington's retreating to the river. We need to get him and what's left of his army to this side before Cornwallis catches him." After surveying the louts standing around doing nothing, Colvin sent him up and down the shoreline to alert boat owners to the shore ahead. Within minutes, some of Barry's crew were already rowing across the icy Delaware to alert boat owners on the Jersey side. Moor your ships on the Pennsylvania shore. Barry, with no ship currently at his command, kept his men nearby, for Washington was already talking about recrossing and taking Cornwallis by surprise. That's one of the many stories that likely you never heard from your history book. This is what's on the back cover of the America gained her freedom in a 9-year war by fighting 36 battles from Georgia to Canada and hundreds of engagements on the high seas, occurring on the coastlines of North America, the Caribbean, the British Isles, and Western Europe. We owe France for significant financial and military aid and for providing a safe haven for the ships of John Paul Jones and Luke Ryan. Let us not overlook the financial support supplied by Holland and the involvement of Spain. but most importantly, the manpower provided by Irish-born, Irish Americans, and Scot-Irish, without which we might still be vassals of England's king. Comments from a fellow author. George Washington, Thomas Paine, John Paul Jones may be familiar names, but it turns out there's a lot more to the story. With James Francis Smith's Chaffrey Irish in the American Revolution, whether one's a layman or an ardent student, one has a must-read account from start to finish of that great nation-birthing conflict. How great, aren't they? And at a pace that whizzes by at the speed of a musket ball. A thoroughly enjoyable and educational experience, even for the non-Irish. Rob Miller, author of I Am a Victim, HMA member. This book and my other historical novels are available on Kindle and Nook, as well as in softcover from Amazon. I hope you take advantage of them, and may you have a wonderful Christmas.